We are live.
We are live, you say? Fine. No, I still don't see it live. I still only see the blue screen.
We are live.
No, we are. We are live, you say? Fine. No, I still don't see it live. I still only see the.
Hello Satoshi. Happy Tuesday to you too, man. We are live.
No, we are. Yes, sir. Now I'm going to mute the sound. Wait, let me first see how we sound. I still only see the.
Hello Satoshi. Happy Tuesday to you too, man.
Oh my gosh, they can hear my mouse so loud. My mouse scrolling skills are loud with this new mic. I guess it can't be helped since the activity of the voice is. Wait, I don't even know. Can you manage activity on the voice?
In YouTube?
No, not in YouTube. In the OBS. Like I can rise the activity so it wouldn't
I don't know.
So they wouldn't be bothered by my super awesome scroll on my mouse because it's
of the Logitech. Yes.
the thing is, the scroll is aluminium and it's just so satisfying, to be honest. Wait, so I'm checking the settings if there's a way to raise the bar, and I don't see.
We are already live, Alex.
Yes, I know we're live. I'm just waiting for people to join, right?
7 of us.
Just waiting for people to join. Yeah, I don't really see that shit, so okay. Okay, 7 of us. So Satoshi Nakamoto is already with us. The creator of Bitcoin has come here after being missed for how long? I don't know. Nobody has ever met him in real life, and now he's here. Happy Tuesday to you too, Satoshi. Happy Tuesday. And do you have any coin requests, Satoshi? You can get them out right now, and then we will check them out later. And I guess we're back, guys. Welcome to another webinar. This time around, got a new mic, so you might hear a little bit of background noise from typing and scrolling of my mouse, as you already heard on the beginning. I apologize for that, but the voice should be much clearer, because back then I used the HyperX microphone. It was kind of quiet, it wasn't really that good. So anyway, what was I trying to say? Okay, so the last stream we had on 30th of July. Sorry, June, not July. We're just in July. So that was basically, that's a little big. That was basically down. Back here. Okay, good. Okay, so we can get started. So before we get started, if any of you guys got any questions about the coins, anything, right? Feel free to post them in the chat, and I will check them out. And me and Arnaud will check them out to the best of our abilities and give you kind of a, kind of our perspective, what we should do and what you should do, and to protect your investment money. Anyways, it is hard times in markets, so you gotta be super careful when it comes to this stuff, So yeah. Okay, let's get started right back on BTC, right? And for you who are currently joined up in 4C channel, right? 4C trading room channel. You already know I was big suspect that the move is coming because we held the same areas so many times. And people keep telling me, right? They said to numerous times to me, it's like, oh, 9.5k or 9.6k on BTC is impossible. It's not gonna happen right now. I'm like, guys, until we lose the area, it's still very possible for us to get filled on those shorts. And yes, this time around I'm on Ethereum because Ethereum overreacted a little bit more than BTC. BTC only went to up here, which was like an almost perfect hit. But I'm still not gonna throw my towel in and say this is impossible. Because why? As I just explained, we are holding the same areas, and until we lose these areas on a daily basis, at least 2 candles, we will continue having these possibilities. Okay, so the reason why I'm taking the short up here is because that makes a perfect rejection point from the structure that we are currently viewing at. So it's been in range for about 2 months now, right? So the current structure that we created makes a perfect sense since we already tested that. We tested the top of high. It now makes a perfect sense for us to test the middle, which is about 9.5 to 9.6k. And then from there, obviously, we're going to go back. We're going to retest this. We're going to retest this area for like 5th time now already, right? And then again, it's going to be absolute crucial timing again, because if we hold this area again, we haven't done many things, right? If we hold this area again, we then have again chances of going higher, but in this case, we don't know how the structure that will be created here will look like, right? So if the structure will look like something like this, then we will have chances to retest this again, right? Or perhaps we could even turn bullish again. The options are all open until we lose the area. As soon as we close under the area, right? And I know you've seen we've kind of almost closed under it here, right? But what we really want to see, we want to close daily under this. As soon as we close daily under this, then you can start smashing big ass shorts, right? Because as soon as you get a confirmation like this and you get a pullback on it, right? So if you get something like this, right, you get a little pullback on it, that is where you need to start smashing shorts big time on a daily frame, right? Because that is a good confirmation that you were most likely going to go test down at least 7.4 or possibly even lower 6,000, right? That would be your two areas. So that's a quite considerable drop, 30%, a lot of money, right? Which is like almost 3k difference, considerable drop. And a pretty, in that case, if you get a daily confirmation on it, it's a pretty high potential play, right? So hit ratio is pretty high from that point onwards. So yeah, obviously we're still pretty bearish on Bitcoin, right? Even though it's holding this area, because we should not be painting a range or at the resistance like this, right? So at the bull resistance, we're painting a range. This is quite bad, and it's not even a bullish range, right? So many people now say, well, you just said we're holding, right? So this is, yes, but when you're painting a range, look what you're actually doing, right? Look at that, right? Higher high, higher high, higher high, right? The thing is, so you're making higher highs and you're actually hitting resistance at the same point, right? So you're not actually progressing something, right? So plenty of people you will see on Twitter, they will do like a wedge or some crap like this, right? Which I'm gonna tell you already that shit doesn't work, right? I mean, that shit is like clowning around. The only thing you have to know, you're doing higher highs, everything higher, right? And you're actually dropping in volume, right? That's way more logical from price action perspective. So it's a lot better when you look at it from that standpoint point of view, right? It makes a lot more sense. And plus, if you know how to read the price action, you will have a lot more trades than just, you know, doing a wedge like this and just waiting for it to break out, right? And if then it comes up here and it doesn't break out, you're gonna say, oh, it's gonna break out, and then it falls down, right? It doesn't really give you information to where to enter, where to put your stop loss, where to have your targets. It doesn't give you any information at all. So I do deem this sort of wedges useless, right? But when you look at it from the perspective of price action, so yes, you're creating a range, you're creating higher lows, but you're not creating higher highs. So that's pretty bad. And you're dropping the volume, right? There's a reason why you're dropping the volume at such a strong resistance, right? Because people are losing interest, and not only people are losing interest, people are too afraid to buy. Right? People are too afraid to buy because they do not want to buy at the resistance. But yes, logically speaking, if you would do a little fake out like this, or should I say breakout like this, then a lot of people will buy here. The volume would spike out considerably, right? There will be so many buyers here, so many millions and millions of euros coming in here, right? The only problem is if you have strong enough market makers, they can instantly take it back in, reject it, and then all of these people get either trapped or they get liquidated or, you know, just shit on, right? And if you do something like that, that's ultimately very bearish signal, right? And they almost did that, but I'm guessing here the resistance was just too strong. There were just too many sellers for them to do that, because trust me, if they had enough firepower, they would go to this when they came so close here. That would be almost for certain that they would do it here, right? But I guess they were missing some firepower, obviously, right? So yeah, Bitcoin, same still plan. We are waiting for these shorts to fill. We will perhaps have a little long if it comes down here, right? We will perhaps smash a little long here. We did call some longs on alts. Even some more longs on alts are coming. I'm pretty sure we will going to find some opportunities today due to the fact that right now it's still pretty good. I mean, when BTC is going up, you know, USDT contracts are very givable, right? They're very longable. So we will have some more. Back to Ethereum. Ethereum this time around stretched itself a little bit more than Bitcoin. Oops, wait, what am I doing? Give me that, please. Jesus. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for, this tool. Yes, Ethereum this time around stretched itself a little bit more, but as you can see, nothing that you couldn't have expected, right? Basically, it first time it rejected here, the second time it rejected again here, gave you a little profit target. I actually just wanted to call a little long here, you know, so after this sort of happened, did a long here. Hopefully it would take it all the way to up here. The only problem is after it did something like this, canceled the long, and then you can see the rest is history. Yes, before this happened, we also were planning to call out a short right here. But, you know, after a strong bullish pattern on a bounce like this happened, close back in, we thought this is too soon, that we were just going to short up here. And then obviously rejected here so hard already. We still have chances of getting up here, don't get me wrong. We still have chances of shorting up here. But right now, I wouldn't... right now, we totally missed that opportunity. And I'm not even going to say we missed it, because at that point, it was kind of dangerous, right? I mean, the pattern that we painted here and the way we closed above was pretty bullish, so I didn't feel like that this would be some of the safe plays, right? It was like 50-50, right? So I'm not really keen on taking 50-50 trades, right? If you understand. So yes, Ethereum stretched itself a lot more than Bitcoin, and yes, but due to the fact that it's also far behind Bitcoin, I still haven't tested this, and probably wouldn't if this continues like this. That if BTC is going to reject 9.5k, it probably won't test this. So let's just check Ethereum BTC chart, how that one is standing. So actually Ethereum Bitcoin chart is breaking out. Okay, so if we had a little bit bigger breakout, so let's just say we go test this now, right? Test this now. I would be totally keen on long in this, right? Around here. Why I'm being so spammed on Telegram? Or not, Jesus. I would be totally keen on long in this and possibly give it another shot, right? Perhaps it's going to go test all the way up here again, right? So this is quite possible. If that happens and Bitcoin goes to 9.5k, then Ethereum is actually going to go test what it should all these months ago when Bitcoin was on the run. So it would actually outrun BTC a little bit, right? But on a higher time frame perspective, let's see where that puts Ethereum on, like, you know, global area. If we look at it, we don't really do much if we still do this, right? So basically, we still have to be gaining at least above this for us to be turning bullish on Ethereum slash BTC based. And we can probably guess that this is going to be pretty hard, right? We can probably guess that this is going to be pretty hard from this standpoint of view because, you know, Bitcoin is king. Ethereum is losing its traction as every other major altcoin. So right now, I'm looking from this perspective that this is going to be real hard breaking this, right? But we'll see, it's possible, right? We never know how low Bitcoin will drop and what good of update or everything else Ethereum will have. So maybe Ethereum will wake up again, or maybe it will enter a bubble area again, right? Wait, I'm gonna leave that on. So, or maybe it will enter a bubble area again and kind of give chance for you to kind of smash a long or two, right? Okay. So also I would like to say that we had a long, which is probably not, I didn't have it on this chart. Wait, I have it on this one actually. Oh yeah, we had these two longs that we called in the video. If you look at looked at our YouTube or, you know, the videos we posted in trading channel, we had this on, and actually back then both of them were filled. This one was filled and this one was filled. They're both of them filled, and first one hit the profit target, second one hit the profit target, and right now we're just waiting for that last profit target. If that last profit target has been hit on XRP, I'll probably move in for another long, because as I've said, XRP has waited like 60 days before it finally gave us a chance to do something with it, right? So this could be a good sign of life on XRP. So XRP, even though it's totally dead, it's now, after so long time, it's actually worth watching a little bit, right? And now wait, I can move this one away. I have everything else on this one template. And as you can see, right, wait, let us go back on 4 hourly. This trade never sadly got filled. And again, from the videos I said, there's gonna be reaction here or there, and both in this case, even this one, which was pretty bullish reaction, got missed. So yeah, that was sad. Nothing you can do there, but I wouldn't actually, I was watching this if I should long this, but I rather went for a BTC pairing because it's a lot more cleaner. When you see like this has been tested so many times that I don't really have balls to take it all the way up here because it's gonna be wrecked plenty times. So that's why we rather took it on XRP BTC because it was much cleaner chart, as you can see. But long speaking right now, I mean, it is possible to take a little scalp here. It's pretty much the same one as we called out on EOS last night. It's quite similar in structure, if you can see right now. We called it again on EOS on YouTube, and it's pretty similar. And if you're gonna take it, you can place your stop loss underneath the bottom. Even this or this, both of them is fine, right? It should be pretty tight stop loss, if I'm not mistaken. But we are already got pretty much the same trade going on already, so we're not going to be calling this one out. But yeah, we did do this trade. Well, again, oh, I guess it was again on the other template of the chart. But if you check, wait, was it EOS USDT actually? I think. Oh yeah, it was EOS USDT. Did we get filled or not? Oh shit,
No,
it's close.
close, but no.
Okay, so we're still waiting for that first fall. Okay, we're probably gonna get filled, hopefully, right? I mean, if it's if it look like from where BTC rejected, if it goes test our long position down here right now, then yes, we're gonna be filled. So the only question is, do we long the BTC here, right? And there is opportunity to long it. We could probably go for a little scalp here, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe we will call that one out after the stream. Okay, so now you guys obviously ask questions, and again, feel free to ask more questions because now we can go and check out the coins you guys suggested, right? So looking at here, Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, Raven BTC may be interesting. Let's see. Is he right? What do you think, Arnaud? Is he right? Is it interesting?
Not for now.
So I think we saw this one in the past. That's why we said that if it wouldn't go until it goes above here, I wouldn't be taking any trades. That's why I think I have a cross here, and it almost did it, but it failed. Wait, that was back in April. Jesus. So right now, looking from this, no sir, this is not interesting at all. Not for me. Like this, if I wanted to do a trade here, I would have to do a pure gamble, and this is not something I'm comfortable doing, especially on a low Satoshi coin. You already know if you do a like, wait, it's not that bad actually. It's like 5%, but yeah, no trades. Everything has been tested. I don't see anything. Nothing has been gained yet. Really, I don't really see any smart trades on this. So the first trade I would take, perhaps if I really had to take the trade, fine, I'll take it, right? Would have to go above this, probably test something like this or something like this, right? And then I would take it here in this quadrant with the stop probably under here, one of these 2 points, right? And then hopefully it goes up, right? That would be kind of my guess only. Let's just check. Maybe it's better looking on Tether pairing. And no, it's basically the same. We were waiting for it to touch this, go here, continue. Didn't happen because it never touched this. So it's pretty much same thing. When you zoom in, you look at it, quite similar to the XRP, right? Not really fun. Then I would rather take BTC pairing again because it's much more beautiful, right? So yeah, sorry. When it comes to this one, it is not interesting for us, the Satoshi. Then VET, possibly VET could be a little bit more interesting. Oh, VET, Jesus, it even missed this bullish entry and it not just fly. Damn. Damn. So this is a short. We could smash a little short on here. The long wise, man, this is so bullish. Long wise, I'm probably eyeing here. But you know, the problem is how far can this go, you know? How
Yeah,
far?
and also the stop loss.
What? Oh yeah, there's, yeah, the
You have
stop
to
loss
put a
is
stop
also,
loss.
yeah, the stop loss is also problematic, so we'll have to move it down, make the area a little bit wider, move it down a little bit, right?
Fatty stop.
Fatty stop indeed, yeah. Let's just see how fat are we talking about. Oh my god. So basically we have no other chance but to go with area like way down here. Yeah, but then it's not gonna be like, so yeah. No. Okay, there's one left to down, right? And look at that, without zero pullbacks. Wow, I am impressed. You don't really see moon missions like this anymore. They had to have some really good. They had to have some really good news, because I don't know why else would they go on such missions. Okay,
Oh, we got
or
link.
BTC. Maybe BTC looks a little bit better, you know? Shit, it looks even worse. Okay, but on BTC, look, okay, so it's the same long, right? Same long. It's a little bit more defined, and possibly we're not. Maybe we get a better stop loss. What do you say? Yeah, look at that. We could
Yeah,
squeeze this one it. So this one is
just
better. So I'm gonna take this, move it
it
up
will
here.
just be filled on New Eve, but except from that, it's okay.
Yeah, on New Year Eve, exactly. Like 40%. My God, where did it go right now? Look at this. So where did you stop? You stopped here. Man, yeah. If you really had balls, you could probably already long it here. But no, no thanks. You know, I don't like the stretch coins like this, because the problem with this coins in the faster they go up, the harder they go down. You know, so trust me, it's gonna crash after it's done, just like Theta did. Do you remember Theta? That was a good trade, huh? And look at that shit, right? Wait, well, it didn't even crash it. Well, it got perfectly into our buy zone, Arnaud. At least we got something going on, huh? But yeah, Theta crashed pretty hard. Wait, was it a BTC pairing? I know it crashed. Oh yeah, look at that. See? As fast as it went up, the faster it went down, right? And it crashed. Hard. But, you know, the funny thing is, on the way down, it reacted from every single box that we had, you know? So it was quite beautiful. Okay,
We have link USDT.
interesting. It went
And
parabolic, low tax. Oh, yeah, okay, we got link. Oh, well, thank you, man. If it sounds nice, yeah, it is new mic now. Like I said, it's time for a standalone mic. So I think the investment was worth it. But like Arnold said, you can hear keyboard and mouse scrolling and everything else, because you can't limit voice activation on OBS for some reason. Okay, so link, very interesting. Okay, so I was actually discussing with one member. He was asking me, should I buy a link here? And I was told him already, wait. It was actually 1 minute time frame. Sorry, 1 hour time frame. So the thing was like here, he was asking me here, I was like, you know, I don't trade second touches, but knowing this is link, it will probably react. So you maybe should go for it. And he went for it, and look at that moon the next day or day after, right? But you know, this is some kind of a trade I'm not gonna take, because it's second touch, and I don't like to play around with second touches. But now we have probably pretty clear long, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be smashing longs here, right? It doesn't get more obvious than this, right? Like, this is your clearly long area if you even want to go for that bullish continuation, right? Now, I don't want this line to be touched before this is filled. Like, I want it to reject somewhere here now, touch this line, and then go to this, right? And then possibly hold this line, and then that would be my next long, right? And if you ask how this line is, because we have nothing on the chart to the left or right, it's actually magic Fibonacci, because you have nothing else to actually base it off from, right? So yeah, that's what I would like to practically see on Link USDT. I don't see any other place available, right? That's probably the only possibility that we have, and hopefully this shit gets filled. And this shit is so obvious that, you know, you could probably front run it a little bit, because I know when it comes down here, there's going to be 100k of orders down here. There's going to be a lot of orders left and right. It's too easy to spot, you know. That's the issue of this trade. So you could probably front run it a little bit, but then hopefully those buys will push us all the way up to this line, right? Which this line is far from being obvious. Plenty of people will miss this one. Pod, do you see a short opportunity on VET-USDT? Yes, as I was saying before, VET-USDT is actually pretty shortable. I would short it. And I would short it. Wait, let me see this shit on a little bit smaller time frame. Okay. So yes, I would definitely short it around this. If I mark this area, now check it to the left. Either this or this. One of these boxes will be a definite short on. One of these boxes will be a definite short on vet. You could possibly take both of them, to be honest, right? Yeah. And one of these boxes will give you a reaction. Now, how big of the reaction will be? Well, possibility is if it creates something like this, the first TP should be down here. That's your first TP, but then ultimately I'm gonna aim for this, right? So that would be 100% short almost. Well, 45% or from up here. 50%. So yeah, that would be kind of my perspective for the short. Well, hopefully it works out. You know, the only issue is when you see, like, I don't know what kind of news they have, right? The only issues that can basically fuck you up here are the news. And I don't know what kind of thing are we playing against, because there's obviously has to be some strong news. Like you don't see this kind of moon missions without some strong moves, right? So news, right? So I don't know versus what we are playing, right? If we're playing with the news like Theta had for Samsung, then I wouldn't touch it, right? But if you're playing with some FOMO missions, then yes, I would go for short. And even better idea in this case is, you know what you can do even better? You can actually wait till it gets to this box, and then after it starts doing sideways, then you smash short, right? And that would be a lot higher chance of winning than just, you know, presetting and knife catching it, right? I'm not really a fan of knife catches, you know. Okay, okay, Jonathan. So wait, Jonathan is next, and ADA USDT. Yes, continuation on the ADA we had. I think we had on BTC pairing. We had a trade something like here. Now it's just continuing, holy shit. And now right now, same as Link, you know. Pretty obvious trade up here. Pretty obvious long. That was actually even already tested. Fuck me. Yeah, this one was already filled. Fuck. So right now you can only move it up here. Yeah, you can only move it up here. Which is still pretty good buy zone. That would be your next long. Let me see. Yeah, that would be your next long, yeah. There's nothing else you can do here. Nothing else until you see a rejection point, and you know, rejection point could happen here, so that would be good one if it comes up here, and it probably will. There was a video going around with, I don't know, like some they were just shilling something to the Chinese farmers or something, or I don't know, some farmers. They were like, they had a Maybach and everything up there on those dirt roads. That was funny. ADA BTC, yes, ADA BTC. I don't think it looks kind of different in this. Okay, so it tested that. Did it pull back? It didn't. Oh yeah, it did. It was tested here already. Jesus, same story. Okay, so yeah. No, USDT pairing looks much better. Much better. Much more clear. So I would go with USDT pairing with this one, yeah. And leave the BTC pairing for now. So yeah, this was your long, right? And this one was the one you would have to hold, right? Then after this, you would have to go back in aggressively. It's just like this, you know. Like with those coins, you gotta be careful, right? You gotta be careful. Like, you know, you started off with this coin, right? This long, and then it went to this long straight, and then you would have to be aggressive here. And if you're not watching it, it just leads you like that, prime, right? It's just gone instantly. So some of them, they go on super big moon missions, right? You can't do anything about it, right? And as always, thanks again, gentlemen. Thank you as well, Satoshi, for asking these questions. We have no problem, you know, analyzing them. How about BitMEX Algo XRP call? Is it queued up right now? Wait, what's the Algo XRP call, Arnaud? What's the entry price on that? Hello, Arnaud? Did you get disconnected? Well, let me check then.
0.1888.
Oh, wait, oh, that's actually, okay, 0.18.
88. Target 19 and 24.
Wait, so that one is filled, right? Or
No, still in queue.
0.1888. But that's up here. What do you mean? It's still in
That
queue?
was at 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, but,
I didn't take it because it's a low volume trade, but is it filled?
but if it's a low volume trade, then it's not algo trade, is it?
Yeah, it's algo trade, but you have to click to get into.
Oh, so that's a long then, for
Yeah,
sure.
along.
Well, wait, where's the stop? Can you tell me where the stop loss is?
Stop 0.1837.
0.8. Well, then it's basically been stopped, right? Yeah, I think it's been stopped then. It was caught after
If
dump.
if it's still in queue, that means that it's cancelled because uh,
Okay.
trade coming from algo are not like our manual trade, guys.
Well, the
It's
thing is,
market buying.
if it breaks out here, then yeah, hell yeah, that's a nice trade, right? But if, like I said, if I had to fill it, I would fill it down here, or if I was really bullish here, right? So I don't know. We're waiting for a breakout, and then it gets filled. Then okay, if it's rain like this, if it works
No,
out,
no,
it
no, no.
works.
But if it's an algo trade and it's an algo trade on BitMEX, it's market buying. So it's too late. You can cancel it.
Okay, then consider it too late. Yeah, exactly. Then yeah, don't follow it. Like if you want to trade on XRP, like I said, this is your two spots, right? I mean, this spot has already been tested now, so you can't take it anymore. But then this is your next spot, and you have nothing else. And then the next spot is down here, right? So if you want to get in a long, that's the only position I see here right now. Please, can you help with TRX USDT? Okay, so what's your issue on TRX USDT? Man, that played nicely. So what's the issue here? I don't smell. Well, if you're looking for long, I would say wait for the breakout above this. If it breaks above this, mash it for continuation, boy. That's exactly how it is. Doesn't get simpler than that when you have structure like this. It's pretty straightforward. It goes above this, you smash it on the other way around, turns around, starts mooning. It's basically the perfect scenario. There's a lot of trades out here right now. I mean, Arnaud, if this shit is gonna happen, right? We just need that little bit extra push, and you can start calling trades out left and right, because a lot of the contracts on the USDT are actually quite well set up, right?
Yeah, true.
Again, right? It has to break out, and then you have a trade.
But if it's
This kind
if
of
there is
structures, when you see this kind of structure, these ones are the worst, right? Test that. Just tests everything on the way up, right? So it doesn't have nothing trades, right? Oh yeah, it's CTCR USDT, man. What about my favorite? Holy shit.
we also have XTZ request and Lisk,
No, it got missed. Sorry, what? We got what?
Tezos and Lisk.
Oh, sorry. Tezos. Wait, is it USDT? BTC?
XTZ. Let's do USDT.
Yes. Wait, what?
XTZ.
Oops. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, crap. Okay, so that's interesting. That is very interesting. That is a very weird spot for every turnaround, so I'm gonna say probably because of the moon of the Bitcoin. Yep, so this is your fill spot for now. But the target is so close, because you have to be TPing this already, so 11%, it's not actually a big win, and then the second TP is up here, and if you break this, then that could be deemed as a bullish, so you could have a pretty nice continuation. But then again, if you do that, you can take, there's another long to play at. You don't have to be keeping that long and keeping money on the table. So yeah, basically seen from this, if you're taking the entries here, TP's here, right? So it's pretty close. I guess 20 cents difference. It is still good money, why not? Still good money. Okay, Lisk, right? You said Lisk, USDT, last one. Now, consider everything else we just looked at. This one looks terrible. Like, what am I supposed to say about this one? Everything was tested. There's not much to say. Has to move above this for us to see anything smart. There's nothing more, I would say. Nope. I don't see any other possibilities here. Definitely looks like a trash chart. Okay, one last lull, a DeFi play, MKR Oh, okay, DeFi plays. I do like those. And DeFi plays, there are actually 2 DeFi plays. Actually, we were talking about this, Arnold, right? About the DeFi play,
Yeah.
BZRX or something like that, coming out on Monday, 13th of July. And we could be actually attacking that one, for some gains. MKR, okay. Let's see what DeFi play look. Wait, it's listed on Coinbase? Oh my gosh, what does it look like? Shit. What? That's a DeFi play and it's so shit. And what's the full name of this DeFi play, Satoshi? Like, what's the full name of the company or coin, or
It's MakerDAO.
MKR. Let's see. Maker. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I see. It just looks shit on the Coinbase because it just got listed. Okay, I get it. Okay, so yeah, so this is what you basically want to be seeing, right? This shit right here. With this DeFi place, right? So what's happening, right? You go down, you have to wait, right? And it's initial after listing, it's initial dump. And this one dumped 80%. Holy shit. It's not 100%. But then what you did, you get a big week up and actually start closing in and getting bullish. And this is your list spot, as you see. And then you moon it, right? So from that point onwards, if I hunted it, I would actually make X2, right? And then I would, after breakdown here, I would have gotten stopped on this candle, right? So actually almost 100% gain, X2 on the account if I was playing it. And this is how I'm planning to play this new thing that's going to be listed again. So yeah, Maker, okay, the creator of DaiSai. Okay, so I don't know, it just looks like it didn't perform that well, so that I was like kind of weirded out because these DeFis right now are hotcakes. But then looking this back, this was 2018. Wait, so you're telling me there was DeFis back in 2018? And they just got on the hot charts? 2017 already? Holy shit. Smart contract. Okay, I get it. Okay, so right now, well, it's clearly bearish, right? It's clearly bearish. And this shit was already tested, so you couldn't long it here. So if I would long it right on the bottom here. There's nothing else you can do here. So yeah, that would be my long spot on this coin. Everything else has been basically tested, so I can't find any other smart thing to say about it. And the chart doesn't look the best, Yep, it was the first one. So the first one, so I guess they were too early, right? Too early, because then what came after DMG and everything else, man, they had incredible runs, right? Have you seen DMG? Like, governance, yeah. Oh wait, it doesn't even display, but it's like, yeah, 1.5, and I know it opened to like 35 cents or something like that, so they had an amazing run. Amazing. So yeah, DeFis are definitely hotcakes right now, and this one was, I guess, too early. But then, can we call it too early? It went to 1 billion, so I guess they did pretty good, right? Okay, Theta BTC, of course. Oh wait, we just talked about Theta BTC. Oh, was the one who retraced the most. Man, most of these alts, they just look so similar. And again, Theta BTC, it is too late to do a bullish continuation. We can deem it as bearish again. Okay, and this now comes here. So yeah, that's a possible long right here. But you don't know how big of a reaction you're gonna get. A possible run right here. So pretty much very similar to the other charts. Very similar. Like, we're basically taking trades on many of similar spots now. The only bitch is some of them won't be filled. And some of them will be filled, so now you don't know exactly which ones will be filled, so you have to kind of sometimes take a stab in the dark and maybe try with someone's. And this one looks like we could try. This one looks like definitely we could try, Arnaud, because it looks like it's gonna give you a fill or something, So maybe you could, and 5% stop loss. Fuck it, Arnaud. We can call it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So this is gonna keep this as a first profit target. Yeah, I'm gonna bit like here, something like this. Yep, that's good. And the second profit target up here, I guess. And the area, bam. And then I guess we can also make a video out of it. We'll see how that one goes. Cool. We're going to call that one out. Yep, for sure. Probably even make a video on it. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess that's about all the questions we had today, huh? So it was a pretty busy stream. We analyzed Bitcoin, we analyzed Ethereum, we analyzed the coins you guys suggested, and there was plenty of them. And I kind of get it why we had so many coin questions today, because coins are finally moving. So yeah.
It's great to see questions like this.
I mean, everybody's trying to make some money now, right? With them alts. You know, it's just. But the key is that you never stop making money with alts. You just have to trade them, even in the worst times. There's always some trades that's gonna happen. I mean, that you're gonna have possibility of getting, right? So yeah. Well, I guess we can wrap this one up then, Arnold, right? Thank you for joining us, guys. I guess we will be seeing each other again next week.
Same time, guys.
Next week's on the 14th of July. Yep, at 5 a.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. 5 a.m. is too early for me. 5 p.m. same time, right? And then we'll see something else. We'll see what's gonna happen, right? Again, let's just see how deep BTC will go. Will BTC fill us on short? If not, we're going to have to readjust it a little bit, call something else a little bit lower, something, right? So yeah, definitely we will adapt if price action will show us the difference, right?
Thanks for your participation today, guys.
Yeah, and guys, don't remember, second wave of Corona is coming. Be safe, stay inside. Don't go to crowded areas, right? You don't want to get infected during these times, right? So thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time. Bye.